Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 4th, and today we're going to try Rootless Coffee's Dark. That's right, we're finally going back to Rootless Coffee after 5 years since I had their Danhausen Coffeehausen. I don't know how long ago that was. But yeah, we're finally returning to Rootless Coffee. I've been meaning to do this for years, and I get distracted. Other things pop up, you know? Sometimes I want to try other things, and then some things get put on the back burner, accidentally. You know how it goes. And here's the bag for Rootless Coffee's Dark. I believe that's a raven on the front. It could be a crow. I'm not good at identifying my corvids, apparently. On the back it says, embrace the darkness, embrace the void, or maybe take it down a notch and just drink coffee? This dark roast is exactly what someone who loves a bold coffee is looking for. This isn't a common third wave taste, but a fan favorite. So what we're looking for is cocoa, roasted almond, nuts, and granola. Very excited to try this. Let me get this pull tab ripped right open. Or not. There we go. That was harder than I expected it to be. There's another pull tab on the front here. Wonder if the tool die just missed when I was stamping it. I will say that tastes really nutty. It smells really nutty, not taste. I haven't tasted it yet, as evidenced by the fact that I just opened it. But you guys know me, I do love a dark roast. Alright, that's in there, that's brewing. I'll see ya in a few minutes. I was gonna try to come up with a pun, or like a rhyme with brewing, but I got nothing for you. So I was going to get more blind boxes while I was in Columbus, but I didn't. So instead I have my Amazing Digital Circus Beach set from episode 7, the beach episode, which if you watch the episode, there's a lot more to it than beach. Gonna go ahead and crack this open. I could get Aqua Blaster Pomni, Swimmer Ragatha, Sandcastle Kinger, Snorkeler Zooble, Naked Jax, PTO Kane, Watermelon Gangle, Hot Dog Peddler Abel, and then there's a 1 in 48 chance of getting the secret rare. Last time I opened an Amazing Digital Circus blind box, I got Kinger. Kinger is one of my favorite characters. I just think there's a lot of depth to him, despite seemingly being like a comic relief sort of character. So, let's go ahead and I'm not going to feel the bag. I'm not going to feel the bag to try to suss out who's in here. But, personally, I'm hoping for either Zooble or Ragatha. Though, if I do get any of the other characters, especially Pomni, totally cool with that too. So, snap, crackle, and pop it open. And we have PTO Kane! Oh, this is sick as hell. You know, I was secretly hoping for Kane. Damn, this is like a hefty toy. Look at him. He's got his sunglasses on through his teeth, on a little beach chair. Hell yeah, PTO Kane. That fucking rules, dude. I don't know where I'm gonna put him. You know what? Maybe he could be my desk buddy. Maybe he could sit right over here. I just realized this Kane figure is actually broken. There's supposed to be an armrest here with a martini on it, and it's not there. It didn't come out in the packaging. So, hey, where's my armrest? Remind me of when I have vacations, or remind me that I often can't take vacation. I say as I'm about to go on vacation. I'm going back to Washington, D.C. I don't know if I'm gonna vlog any of it, just because I'm meeting a ton of people for the first time, and it feels weird to be like, hey, first hangout, you wanna be in my silly goofy YouTube video that maybe like 30 people watch? I'll probably have like little things that I take pictures of or record for like my Instagram, but that's probably as far as that'll go. Unless there's something really, really funny that I can do, or I can shoot like a quick like cozy bud while I'm down there checking out a coffee shop or something. But I'm super excited. I'm also really nervous. I'm meeting 12 people for the very first time. We all got a hotel down there in Arlington, and I'm just like, all right, hopefully everything goes well and nobody actually hates each other when we're in meet space. It officially begins tomorrow. My friend is gonna drive over from Indiana, pick me up, and then we're gonna road trip to DC. So I'm gonna be in a car for about 7 to 8 hours. That I'm not looking forward to, because I don't like spending a lot of time in a car, but this is definitely worth it. Plus, I haven't road tripped to DC. I guess see, I don't know if does this count as a road trip if you go on a field trip, because back in 8th grade, I went on a field trip to Washington, DC. We drove through Pennsylvania, we stopped at Gettysburg and a couple of other like battlefields, like Civil War battlefields that were in the area. I think we went to Little Round Top or Big Round Top, one of those two hills. Got to see some Civil War ruins. There were still like cannonballs and bullet holes in some of the houses that are still there. But yeah, just seeing the Appalachian Mountains too. That shit was so cool. I gotta find the film. I still have disposable camera film from the cameras that I took on that trip, because I was too poor to afford a digital camera at the time, or a Nintendo DS. I remember the DSi just came out, and that's the first DS that had a camera. And a bunch of my friends who had like rich parents and stuff, they were bringing their DSis to take pictures, and I was just like, I got disposable film camera that takes up to like 25 photos. I gotta find that film and develop it. I also have disposable camera film from my 6th grade winter camp that I still need to develop. Morning routine done, coffee done, time to try some of it. And I won't fuck it up like the last episode where I tried it, where I didn't try it black before I added all my shit to it. There we go. Ooh, it's giving off a nice cocoa-y aroma. And like I said, the grounds themselves smelled very nutty. I'm getting a lot of nutty plus cocoa here. What else am I looking for? Oh yeah, roasted almond and granola. I don't know about you guys, but I love a granola. So go ahead and just take a little spoonful and give it a shot. Ooh, that's really chocolatey. That kind of reminded me, it's gonna sound weird, kind of reminds me of the Hershey's with almonds, if you guys have had those. That's almost exactly what this tastes like, just by itself. Specifically more the dark chocolate Hershey's with almonds. Alright, so now we're gonna bastardize this. I'm sorry to all the black coffee drinkers out there. I don't really like black coffee that much. I will drink it if I need to. That's actually a funny story. Anyway, I'll get to the story, but it's three teaspoons of sugar, by the way. For something neutral, I'm just gonna go with milk, regular dairy milk. Anyway, the story is I was in Columbus. There's a coffee shop near the book loft called Stouff's Coffee. I went in, I ordered. I didn't put any sweetener in it. So it was just a large black coffee. And you know what? It tasted fucking awesome. I can't remember what I ordered because my brain just doesn't keep those details in its Rolodex of files, but it was really, really good. There are cases where black coffee is really good. Most of the time, in my opinion, it's just not. Anyway, I'm gonna stir it up. Okay, I think that should be good enough. So let us have a little bit of a taste. Okay. Yes. Everything they listed on the bag, you can taste. I could taste, for me, notably after adding sugar and the dairy, it really brought out the roasted almonds, the nuts, and the granola. The chocolate is still there, but it's kind of in the background, a little hidden. I'm really impressed at how Rootless got all of these flavors to combine in such a way where you could taste each individual flavor. That doesn't happen super often with coffees, especially if they're not specifically a flavored coffee. Flavored coffee is always going to skew towards whatever the flavoring is. But since this is just a dark roast, it's really impressive that they got the chocolate, the nuts, the almonds, the granola to just sort of come together and marry each other. It's really, really, really good. It's really bold. It's really punchy. If you like your dark roast with a little bit of a hit to it, you can't really go wrong here. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. If you want some Shadowsense merch, you can go to shadowsense.xyz. Listen to my new song, Skybox, at ffm.to/skybox. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.